I am currently in the middle of 7 different series, and I plan to start a lot more. But before I'm able to start any more series, I think I should help my future self out and continue some of the series that I'm in the middle of. Hello, I'm Joubert Sense, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have decided that there are a couple of series that I would like to continue. And I got the library books for 2 of them, so we're able to continue 2 of the series that I'm really excited about. And yeah, I wanted to bring you guys along because these are like really highly anticipated reads. They're really popular books, and it's just fun to bring you guys along. So the first book that I am going to be continuing is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I'm currently on page 130. I started it a couple days ago. I was babysitting, and once the kids went down for bed, I started this book, and I could not put it down. I've been really excited to read this book. I got it from the library a couple days ago. I was on hold for a long time, but after I read Part of Your World by her, I was like, I need to continue the series and read Yours Truly. So at 100 pages, I have really been enjoying it. You can tell there's like letter writing on the book cover, which is super obvious. And I love the mix of media. I love the characters a lot. I love this world. I love like the stories that are going on. She does put a warning in the beginning for like trigger warnings. So there are some really heavy topics in here, but I think that it's really good, and I love reading, especially from the character or the perspective of the character that has anxiety. I have a little bit of anxiety. It's not like super intense or anything, but I do have some loved ones that do struggle a lot with anxiety, and I feel like reading this has helped a lot with like kind of understanding like the overthinking of it, and it's been really good. I love our main character. We're following Brianna, who is the best friend of Alexis from Part of Your World. So it's been really good so far. There is fake dating in here. There is a little bit of enemies to lovers. It is honestly like so good. I'm so enjoying it, and I'm super excited to like continue it and see where it goes. I have been listening to the audiobook, and it's done by the same people who do Part of Your World, do the audiobook for Part of Your World, and it's been really fun to listen to. So when I haven't been able to sit down with physical copy, I have been listening to the audiobook and have been really enjoying that. I am on my hike for today, and I'm listening to Yours Truly. They're eating burgers and sitting on the couch and having fun conversation. And it's definitely fun to listen to. Yeah, it's so good. I love this book so much. Oh my gosh. I honestly might finish it today. It's just so good. Oh my goodness, guys. It bothers me so much when they are fake dating and then like real emotions are like coming up and I'm like, just talk to each other, but like they don't want to. Because like they're gonna ruin it or whatever. It frustrates me so much. And I know that's like the whole like conflict of the story, but like frustrates me. Hello my friends. I am loving this book so much. I listened to it this morning. You saw me yesterday while I was walking on my hike. I listened to it this morning while I worked out, and it has honestly been so good. I love everything about it. I love the characters. I love the points of conflict that we have. Something that I noticed that is super interesting is I almost feel like it's the reverse of the first book, because the first book is like heavily friends with benefits is like the main thing, but I feel like this one is kind of the opposite, because they're fake dating and like they're not being intimate, but you can still like see the emotions grow, and it's all like emotion focused. I've really liked the internal monologues for the book thus far. I love the plots that we're working with and like the different storylines. I love that the characters in the first book are in this one. They're in it more than I thought that they were going to be, which is a little bit of surprise, but I'm not complaining at all. So definitely enjoying that. I've been listening to the audiobook a lot. So I am on chapter 29, like the very beginning of chapter 29. Move my bookmark. So I've read this much and we got this much to go. So I'm so enjoying it. Oh my gosh. And the audiobook is just so good. They went to an engagement party. That was, oh my gosh. That was intense. I loved it, but it was also like, oh my goodness. And then the male main character and his mom had a really cute moment that I really enjoyed, and like a really good conversation that I thought was really cute. Irma really just wants to finish this book today, and honestly I might, because we only have like 150 pages like left, and I can like really easily see myself like just breezing through this book. So I'm just gonna kind of read as much as I want. I have my Dutch Bros. I got their candy cane mocha. It's good. Guys, I finished it. It was so freaking good. Like, oh my gosh, I'm literally obsessed. Like, oh my gosh. So, it was so good. Oh my gosh. The ending, dude, that like, I don't even know. The like third act breakup was intense, but also like really cute and sad, and I loved every second of this book like so much. There were 2 spice scenes in it that I skimmed over, and yeah, but overall really good read. I definitely think I like this one more than Part of Your World, but I did still really like Part of Your World. I think I am gonna move Part of Your World down to a 4.5 point star, a 4.5 star, because just I can't get behind the friends with benefits. And then this one I think I'm gonna put at like a 4.75. It was really good. It was really good. I think if I had read it just a little bit faster, it might have been 5 stars. But I loved the mixed media. The journal, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you've read this book, you will understand what I mean. Oh my gosh, like my soul. And I just love writing letters. Like they're just so good. So I think I'm gonna times it. It's only 1. Then I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna pick our next read. It is a bit later, and I ran some errands, and I started listening to the audiobook of Joe's Boys. I just got to chapter 3. I'm listening to it at a semi-slow pace because it is a lot of dialogue. It's just over 300 pages, and the text is massive in my book. I don't know if it's like a large print version or if that's just how it is. But this is the third and I believe the final book in the Little Women series. A lot of people don't know that it is a whole series, but the first book obviously is Little Women, and that's just like the story of the sisters. And then the second book, which I have and I've already read, is called Little Men, and it's following the school that Jo ends up opening up and just like the boys that are at that school. So I think I finished that earlier this year. I don't remember if it was earlier this year or last year, but I'm pretty sure it was earlier this year. And then this book is next, and I've been wanting to pick it up because I want to finish the series, but I've been a little hesitant just because the second one, Little Men, is a little bit more childish because like the boys are like middle school age. It's still written really nicely and like it's enjoyable as like a grown woman to read, but it's kind of about like 12-year-old boys like going on adventures, but it is still a really fun book. And like Jo is like, the older characters are very prominent in it, like Jo and Meg and stuff. But I just started this one. It's so good. I got this one specifically, I think, at Half Price Books, or maybe it was Bookman's actually. But there's the cover. It's actually like really pretty. But I just started this, page 34. And yeah, it's really cute. You're following, it's like 10 years later, so we're following all of the boys, but they're like in their 20s now, and like the first one just got engaged, and they're like, now all of the rest of the boys are gonna start like falling in love and like becoming to come to Jo and be like, oh, mother bear, like what am I supposed to be doing? Like, solve my broken heart. Like, why won't this girl not like me? So I'm actually really enjoying it. It is a lot of dialogue, so I've been listening to it at a slower rate. I was shopping while I was listening to it, so I was a little bit distracted, but I feel like I'm following along decently well. And I like the woman who's reading it. She has a little accent, and it's just so fun. I love these characters so much. They're so cute. I just love them a lot. It is kind of sad though. She has a little like blurb in the beginning about how it's taken her 7 years. She's been working on it in intervals over the past 7 years, and it's not perfect, but she has decided that she just needs to like send it out to the world. And Amy and Marmee have died like in her real life by this point, because these books are just following Louisa May Alcott's life, and like they're based off of the characters in her real life. But Marmee and Amy have both died at this point, like when these characters are supposed to be living. So she was saying that it was like hard to write about them, especially Amy, because they're not there in real life with her, which I was like, that is so sad. Like, that alone could make me cry. Hello, my dear friends. Sorry, that's how the lady for my audiobook is speaking. She has such like a soothing voice. Not so much that like I want to fall asleep, but a little bit. But I just want to give a little update. I'm on page 292 of 316 pages of Jo's Boys. So we have about 20 pages left. I am almost done. I've really been enjoying it. The audiobook does help a lot. just because I feel like I get really stuck up on the speech, because it is a little bit more old-timey, but I am enjoying the story, and it's really easy to follow. But it's so fun, like, seeing them all grown and struggle with their love lives and decide on professions and stuff like that. So it's been really good. I think that there are 12 boys that we're following, and then the girls as well. But it is so good. There has been a couple tragedies or trials, I guess, that they have gone through that have been a little bit like cutting to the heart, but it's been really good so far, and I'm excited to finish it. It has taken me longer to read this book than I was anticipating, but we went to the Grand Canyon this past weekend, and that took out a chunk of time, so that's partially why I was out of town, so I didn't really read while I was gone. But I'm determined to finish these last 20 pages right now, and then I am so excited. The next book that we're reading together is Reckless, which is the second book in the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. And oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited to read that book. I've heard that like the last line of that book is like super intense, and like we're all just getting ready for the next one. Anyways, before I got completely lost in the calendar of my phone and decided to eat a snack, what I was saying is that I have 20 pages left of this book, and I'm gonna finish it right now. So yeah, my best friend is calling in, I don't know when, so hopefully I can finish this before she calls me, and yeah, it's gonna be really good. I'm excited. 20 pages, totally manageable. So let's finish the book. I feel like I watch YouTube videos and then I take on their like lively persona, and it's like, is she crazy? Like, you can tell if I just watched a YouTube video or if I like haven't, and I'm just like dying inside based off of how I talk to you guys. Anyways, random confession. Hello, my friends. I feel like I haven't updated you in a long time, and I am like kind of cruising through this book, I'm not gonna lie. It's been like really good. So I'm on, I think I'm almost to chapter 34. I'm on page 240, and oh my gosh, I had no idea the direction that this book was gonna go, but I am seriously enjoying it so much. I know that sometimes like the second book in a series can be a little bit of a drag because it's kind of like a filler to get to the third, but I feel like it's so good, and I love like the adventure that she's taking us on. Sorry, this piece of hair is bothering me. Thank you. But there's like so much adventure in it, and yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I feel like there's a lot of fake dating in it, which I didn't even see coming. I like literally had no idea where this book was going, and like as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, okay. So it's been really good, and I'm seriously enjoying it so much. But I've heard that the last line of this book is like a huge like cliffhanger, or I don't know what the word is. Part of me has a very slight idea as to what it is. And I hope I'm wrong, because everyone's like, it's like jaw-dropping, totally like out there, like you're not gonna see it coming, but I kind of have a hunch as to what it's gonna be, and I'm hoping that I am wrong, because I don't want to see it coming. Like, I want to be surprised, because so many people are like, this is insane. So that's something that I'm a little bit like about, but we'll see. So yeah, I love her characters. They're trying to think. I can't talk too much about it without really spoiling the first one. But yeah, there's a lot of trauma that we're dealing with. So that's been fun. And okay, there's like a new character that's been introduced, kind of. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. There's a new character that's kind of been introduced. She's a girl. But the way that she's talked about makes it seem like she's always been a part of the story, but I don't think she's mentioned at all in the first book. So I'm not, maybe I missed it in the first book, or she added someone now to the second book, and I'm like a little bit bummed about it, just because it's like changing the story. But I don't know, I haven't learned too much about her yet, so I'm like, it's gonna be okay. But still, I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I don't like when people add things later on in the book that feel like they should have been there in the beginning. So that's been good. I am intrigued to see if any of the characters from Powerful, the novella, are gonna come up in this one, because I don't think I've seen any of them yet, but I am intrigued. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading because it's honestly just so good. Like, I just want to keep reading it, and I feel like I'm kind of flying through it, so that's been fun. I think it's a little bit over 300 pages. Let me look. Without spoiling. 383 pages. Dang it, I just lost my spot. Ugh, it's obnoxious. But anyways, I'm going to sit here and read, and I will talk to you guys in a bit about how it's going, or my final reactions to the book. So my friends, it is a couple of days later, and I have very little of this book left. So almost done with Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I think I'm on chapter like 43 out of 52 or something like that. Maybe not even 50, I don't know. We're almost done. That's all that I know. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna knit, and we're gonna listen to the audiobook. And yeah, I'm so excited to finish this book, guys. It's been so good, but I'm like, so I'm ready to be done with it. So let's just dive right in. Oh my gosh, guys. I legit saw it coming. Oh my gosh. I'm still like a little bit shocked. Okay, I'm gonna finish knitting this and then we will talk about like the last little bit. Alrighty, my friends, let's do a little bit of a recap. In this video, we were continuing a series that I was in the middle of, and we read 3 books that I can now take off of my TBR, and continued series that I was in the middle of. So the first one that we read was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the second book in the Part of Your World series, and I rated this book a 5-star. It was so good. I honestly, like, remembering it, I just like enjoyed it so much. So This is the second book, and then the third book just came out, so I'm gonna put it on hold, and then once that book is read, then we will have completed the series. So yay for this one. The next book that I read was Jo's Boys by Louisa May Alcott, and this is the final series in the final book in the Little Women series. And yeah, this book was also just a really good read. I did enjoy the audiobook version of this one a lot too. And so reading this book, we did complete another series, which was the goal. So yay to that. And then the final book that we read in this series is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This brings me up to date with this series. There's one book that's supposed to be coming out in 2025. We just finished this one. The end. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit disappointed that I saw it coming. But it was still really, really good. And there were some really, really good moments in it. So definitely happy with this. I'm relieved to get it off my TBR. I'm a little bit sad to be out of the world again though. I have enjoyed being in the world. I wish that I didn't spend so much time reading it, but I know that that's a me problem and not like anyone else's fault. I'm gonna rate it. I'm leaning towards a 4.5 star. It gave me similar feelings to Powerless, but not all the way. So I'm gonna rate it a 4.5 star, but I am still really happy with this read. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, if you want to see more of me, you can check me out over on Instagram. My Instagram is @videosbycabrini. I post pretty frequently up over there. And yeah, comment down below if there are any series that you are reading that you think that I should start and add to my list. I am excited to see how many series we can continue and start and finish in 2025. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Thursday for another video. Bye guys.